What is going on, guys? TheWaffle here, and welcome to the channel update for November of 2020. Now start this off like we always do and give some thank yous and shoutouts to members of the Syrup Squad. So I want to give a big thank you to our Syrup Squad Gold members for this month: Smoke Cocoa Beans, Nightcore Sunlight, The Doctor, and Stephen Crump. Thank you guys all very much for the extra support at the Syrup Squad Gold level. And let's thank our Syrup Squad Silver members for this month: Crazy Jake Michael, Tino Rich, Alessandro Veterazzi, Crazy Lobster, DJ Duckington, Alice Preston, Titan Spark 905, TW Firebird 27, The Games Master, and Fabio Diaz. Thank you guys all very much for the support at the Syrup Squad Silver level. And let's thank our Syrup Squad Bronze members for this month: Samuel Simpson, Berg the Burger, No You, Zapman, Clarence, Bubbles King, and Blue Samurai. Thank you guys all very much for supporting the channel at the Syrup Squad Bronze level. And of course, a big thank you to all of our Syrup Squad Recruit members out there as well. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, well, what is this Syrup Squad that you're talking about? Well, the Syrup Squad is a group of people who directly support the channel, and in return, they get exclusive perks. And if you join the Syrup Squad, you can get these perks too, including a thank you / shout out in my monthly channel update videos. Your name gets credited at the end of every video for an entire month. You get an exclusive badge next to your name and comments that gets better the longer that you're a member. You get access to custom emojis and comments and live chat. You get access to our Syrup Squad only Discord server, where you get to chat with me and other members of the Syrup Squad about pretty much anything. You can ask a question that gets answered on the next channel update video. You get an exclusive discount off of merch. You can watch exclusive members only videos. And of course, you'll be directly supporting the channel, helping me be able to continue to make videos for you guys on a daily basis. So if you're not a member of the Syrup Squad and you want to become a member, simply go to my channel, click the join button, or if you don't see a join button, you can always go to the video description. There's a link down there you can click instead. And from there, you can join the Syrup Squad for as low as 99 cents per month, or your country's equivalent currency. So if you guys enjoy the channel and want to help keep things running, consider becoming a member of the Syrup Squad to directly support the channel. And that's going to be it for all the Syrup Squad shoutouts for this month. Now we can move on to the Syrup Squad Q&A and answer some questions directly from the Syrup Squad. So our first question this month comes from Crazy Lobster, and they ask, will you play TerraTech or From the Depths? Also, I would love more Skyrim content, or if you started a whole new save file. Thanks. I'm pronounced Crazy Lobster. Yeah, okay, I guess I've been mispronouncing your name for however many months now, so from now on, I'll be sure to say Crazy Lobster, just like I did earlier. But anyways, to answer your question, yeah, I was actually going to start a TerraTech series a while ago, but I was already occupied with playing some other stuff when it came out. I think it's still in early access right now. Maybe it's actually out by now. I don't remember. But I do remember being interested in it and wanting to make a series on it. But like I said, there's so many stuff going on at the time, but just never got the time to play it, unfortunately. Now, with From the Depths, I never heard of that. I looked it up, and it does seem interesting. It's kind of like a weird, like, battle game, I guess you could say. It's like ships and also like other stuff as well. It's kind of crazy looking, but it does seem interesting. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll be sure to keep that in mind when I have an open slot in the future, because, you know, like I always say, there's always so many good games coming out, and I can't play everything, unfortunately. So if I have an open slot on the upload schedule, I'll be sure to check it out and potentially make it a series. And our next question this month comes from The Games Master, and they ask, do you want to developing my new game with me? You can help me with that game, also be a developer? I assume what you're asking here is if I want to help you make a game, and unfortunately I'm not a game developer. I know nothing about game development, so I can't really help with that. I'm sorry, but I wish you the best of luck with this game that you're making. I know you told me before that you're making a game. Be sure to keep me updated on that. That sounds really cool. And our next question comes from Stephen Crump, and they ask, hey, can you play some horror games? And maybe Subnautica Sub-Zero? You the Snack Man. Yeah, I've played some horror type stuff on the channel before. Most recently was probably like Visage, I think that was 2018, so it was a couple years ago by now, because I know I played around Halloween. I also played Outlast a little bit, but I never uploaded the footage of that because I didn't think it really turned out good, to be quite honest. And that's kind of the thing with these horror games, is that it's kind of hit or miss with those games, and I really don't feel like it fits me or my channel very well. And it's kind of hard to get into and suspend my disbelief and genuinely get scared for those games. I know a lot of the more recent ones kind of rely on jump scares to scare you, but I'd rather have something more like a psychological horror than, boo, oh, I get scared right there. So I'd rather play some of those games, and even whenever I do check them out, like I said earlier, with the Visage, like 2 years ago or something like that, it's kind of hard for me to really get into the game and suspend my disbelief and really take it seriously, so I don't know, I try to play the horror games, but it's kind of hard for me to get into personally. And as far as Subnautica Sub-Zero goes, I think you mean Below Zero, unless they changed the name of it. But yeah, I played a little bit of Sub-Zero / Below Zero whenever it first came into early access, and I know they're constantly updating the game, add more stuff, changing things. It's just that I usually try and avoid early access games these days, unless it's like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, where, every update just adds more stuff like campaigns and stuff like that. It doesn't really change the base game, because a few years ago I played Hello Neighbor, and it was in like alpha and like pre-alpha and beta and stuff like that, and every update that came out, it basically changed the whole game. It was kind of hard to follow along with that, because every time I played it, it was a completely different game basically. So I usually try to avoid early access games until they actually come out of early access. That's what I did with the original Subnautica. It was in early access for a few years, then it finally came out a couple years ago, and I played it on a channel and had a ton of fun with it. So when Subnautica Below Zero actually comes out and officially launches, I'll be sure to check it out and play it here on the channel, just like I did with the original Subnautica. And our next question comes from Titanspark905 on our Discord server, and they ask, what is the best thing that's happened in your YouTube career? Well, the best thing that's happened is probably being able to transition this from a hobby into a job. And that's like a huge thing for YouTubers to do, because every time a YouTuber starts YouTube, hopefully they're not going into it thinking that they're going to make it a job or anything like that. Hopefully they're just going into it having fun, and then eventually, maybe over time they can turn it into a job. And that's what happened with me. Over time, you guys already know by now probably, my channel is close to 10 years old, so it's not like it was an overnight thing for me. I did this for like 5 years until my channel really took off, and I know it's different for other people. It takes, less time for some people, more time for other people, and for some people, doing YouTube as like a full-time thing just doesn't really fit them, But yeah, that's got to be the best thing that's happened to me for my YouTube career. I'm incredibly grateful for everyone watching, whether you've been here since 2011 when I actually started uploading, or if you've been here since 2015 when my channel blew up, or just yesterday. I just want to let you guys know, thank you for making it possible for me to do this full time and continue to bring you guys videos on a daily basis. And our next question comes from Veterazi on our Discord server, and they ask, what was your first YouTube content? And if the first wasn't video game related, what was your first video game content? Do you miss it? Well, I first started with a channel called The Waffle Universe, and you guys can already see the similarities there, right? But that was actually like my first main channel, I guess you could call it. And the channel it just redirects to this channel nowadays if you try and go to it. But I basically did like tech type videos, like technology type things, like unboxings and reviews and even tech news. And I got like 1,500 to 2,000 subs or something like that in the first year or something like that of doing it. I also had like walkthrough type videos of some mobile games like Angry Birds and Cut the Rope. And I had trouble playing those games on certain levels, and then when I finally beat the level, I decided, you know what, I'll record me beating the level, and maybe it'll help out some people who are having trouble with that level as well. But then I decided to separate the gaming stuff onto a different channel and keep that one as just tech stuff. And you guys probably figured out that the gaming stuff ended up on this channel, TheWaffleGalaxy, and the tech stuff kind of stayed on the Waffle Universe. And do I miss it? Yeah, a little bit. I'm like, it was pretty fun doing it. It's just that I didn't really have too much stuff to make videos about technology-wise, because I was just basically making videos about stuff that I had, like a new case for like my iPod Touch back in the day, or a new hard drive that I got, or maybe a new piece of software that I bought. That's basically all I really made videos about technology-wise back then. And I do miss it a little bit, but overall, not really. I genuinely like doing the gaming stuff a lot more than the technology stuff. And our next question comes from Sfeed on our Discord server, and they ask, hey Waffle, what was your least favorite game that you've played on the channel? Now this was a tough question to kind of think of an answer for, because I usually don't play games on the channel that I don't like. Like, if I play a game and I don't like it, I usually don't upload the footage, or maybe I don't even record the footage at all. Sometimes I play a game for a little bit and just kind of get a feel for it, and then I actually record it. But sometimes a game is good, but then it kind of overstays its welcome a little bit. The first game that comes to mind for that would be YouTuber's Life. It got really repetitive and really grindy, and I eventually just got bored of it. I didn't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. It was getting really boring for me, and I'm pretty sure for you guys as well. So I just stopped playing it because I just lost interest in the game. But overall, that's a pretty rare thing to happen here on my channel. I usually try and actually finish series that I start, and if I just don't like a game, I usually don't even record it in the first place, let alone upload it. And our next question comes from the doctor on our Discord server, and they ask, are games the greatest passion you have in your life? And if not, are there any side hobbies that you enjoy, such as playing a specific instrument? Well, pretty much before YouTube, I played video games for fun, and you know, I still do today, obviously, or else I wouldn't still be doing it. But back then, playing games and doing YouTube was just a hobby, like I said earlier, before doing it like full time. It's just a hobby, and it kind of still is. It's just that being able to do it full time, I don't know if that kind of disqualifies it from being a hobby. So I don't know if it's technically still a hobby at that point, but I guess you could group in playing video games and doing YouTube as being a hobby. But outside of doing YouTube and playing games, I tend to go through different phases of interest, and most recently, as I mentioned on a previous channel update, was learning to code. And I think the last time I mentioned it, I said I was starting to learn Swift, and since then I've also started learning C++ and Python, and I'm currently in a course for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so that's kind of my current ongoing thing right there. Who knows what I'm going to get into next after learning to code, but that's currently what I'm doing behind the scenes outside of YouTube and playing games right now. It's just learning this different programming languages and learning how it all works, and it's just really interesting to me right now. And that's going to be it for all of our Syrup Squad Q&A for this month. Now we can move on to the channel updates. And our first channel update for this month is kind of a big one. If you guys were in our Syrup Squad Discord server, you know I mentioned it, but we just recently hit and crossed over a pretty big milestone, a pretty big number milestone here on the channel. And crossing over this number is like a once-in-a-lifetime event if you're a YouTuber. And what happened was we hit 420,000 subscribers, and we're just blazing through that sub count, you guys. It's crazy. No, well, we did actually hit 420,000, which is kind of a milestone, I guess you could say. But I did get a lot of comments about us hitting 420,000, so that was kind of funny. But the main thing I wanted to mention for this was that, yes, I did hit a big milestone in terms of a big number recently, but it was much bigger than 420,000, I'll tell you that much. We recently hit 10 million views on Jurassic World, Minecraft Modded Survival, and that's the video that kind of introduced so many of you guys to my channel. I always see people bringing up that's how they found my channel, that's why they subscribe, that's why they're watching today. I still get comments to this day about it. People always coming back and saying, hey, I watched this series like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago and I want to rewatch it again. I'm even recently still seeing people saying, hey, this is like my 5th time watching this series, and it's just crazy. It really is, you guys. The whole series of Minecraft Jurassic World is just beyond the expectations I ever had whenever I first started that series. Thank you guys all so much for helping me hit 10 million views on a single video. Like I said, it is just mind-blowing. That number is huge. It is massive. And you guys know me, I usually don't... I'm really humble. I never brag. I just don't tend to brag. You guys know me. But really, thank you guys all so much, because I know that series changed my channel and changed my life, really. So a big milestone, hitting 10 million views on that video, and here's to 10 million more, because who knows, it may just get 10 million more. And the next channel update for this month is, once again, it's going to be a schedule update, just to let you guys know what the upload schedule is looking like right now, and it's not really anything too crazy. I think it's pretty much the same as what we had last month, you know, for the main scheduled series, you know, Ark Genesis, Outer Worlds, Terraria, Crash 4, I think those are all still the same. It's just that our bonus series, you know, the videos that I upload, if I have extra time to work on them, those are the only things that have changed. So what I did was I removed Minecraft Dungeons and Rock of Ages 3, and of course I also removed Kill It With Fire, but you know, we already beat the game there, so that's kind of obvious, right? But Rock of Ages 3, it has one video left. I feel like one video, it may be two, but I really just want to kind of wrap it up with just one video left. And I didn't really want to have it on the upload schedule if there's really just one video left, and I honestly don't know when I'll get around to making that one, because there's a pretty good amount of stuff that we need to do to kind of finish that series up and wrap it up with a nice bow on top before we send it off, and maybe even return to it here in the future and do some of those like custom maps I keep talking about. But yeah, about one more video left for Rock of Ages 3, so I didn't feel like it really needed to be on the upload schedule as like a bonus series, because I don't know when I'll get that video out. Hopefully I get it bound. It's not going to be like pushed off for like 10 years, right? And then for Minecraft Dungeons, I also removed that from the bonus upload schedule, part of the schedule thing. I removed it from there as well. Just because, same thing really, I just don't know when I'll get around to doing these daily trials I said I was going to do. I don't even know if I'll even do them in the first place. It's just, I at least want to try them out and see what it's like before I'm like, okay, I don't want to play it or whatever. So I definitely want to do at least one of those. But yeah, I don't know when I'll actually end up trying those daily trials. So I don't want to have it as like a bonus series for like, you know, Tuesday and Saturday or something like that. And turns out I never uploaded on those ones, right? So once I actually start the daily trials, then I'll put on the upload schedule as a bonus series, like officially. But for right now, I'm not going to put it on the upload schedule when I haven't even started the daily trials, because, like I said, I don't even know if I'll end up doing them in the first place. So that's that. And of course, our actual only bonus series we have right now is Bugsnax, which is taking up every slot of the bonus series part of the upload schedule there, you know, being in like a gray box. The main reason is because that's the brand new game that we just started this week. And usually when I start a new game, I kind of get into it. I kind of get in a groove and I want to play more and play more. And you guys are the same way, where it's like, it's brand new, it's fresh, it's interesting. You guys want to see as much of it as possible at first. So it kind of makes sense for me to play as much of it right after it comes out as I can. So whenever I have extra time to work on Bugsnax, I'll be uploading it every day around 6 p.m. according to the schedule clock. Remember, if you guys live anywhere outside of like central US time zone, you could always go to my upload schedule page on my website and it shows you the time, like the actual clock that my upload schedule is based on. So if you're in like New York, or if you're in like LA, or even in like Europe, Australia, or something like that, just all over the globe, it'll still show the same time, because that time is based off of my time, which is in the central US. So you guys will always know what time it is for my upload schedule, and kind of base your time off of my time and figure out when my videos go up. So definitely be sure to go check out my upload schedule page on my website, especially now that I didn't even mention this like ever. We just had daylight savings end here in the US, so clocks fell back an hour. So I already got comments saying, hey, the whole daylight savings thing's kind of messed up me expecting when your videos go up. So I just wanted to mention that here as well. So especially right now, after daylight savings ended, be sure to go check out the upload schedule page on my website to see what the time is here and what time it is for my upload schedule, as well as to always keep up to date on when your favorite series will be going up here on the channel. And that's going to be it for all of our channel updates for this month. Now we can move on to the series updates. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we did end up finishing Kill It With Fire. I think last month, I was like, yeah, we have about maybe like 3 episodes left until we beat Kill It With Fire. And we finally did beat Kill It With Fire, and it was a fun game. The only thing about the game is that it kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, I guess you could say. So it opens up the door for a potential Kill It With Fire 2, because the ending is just so crazy, and I have so many questions about it. So I really do hope that they do end up making a Kill It With Fire 2, because Kill It With Fire 1, it was a lot of fun, a lot of zany, wacky, just pure arcadey, video gamey fun of just killing a bunch of spiders with fire and other weapons as well. And I really hope that it was a success for the developers of the game, the publishers, and they end up greenlighting a Kill It With Fire 2 and further explain the ending of the first game, because I really want to know what happened with the you-know-what if you guys watched the end of the series there. But we finished up Kill It With Fire, and of course, that opened up some like bonus series slots that we filled in with Bugsnax for the time being. And next up, we're really close to finishing Rock of Ages 3. Like I said earlier, we have about 1 episode left. That's why I took it off the upload schedule, just because if we're going to have just 1 video left, it doesn't really make sense to be on an upload schedule, especially when I don't know when I'll end up making that video. So just wanted to mention it here, just because it is technically a series update, that we do have 1 more episode of Rock of Ages 3 left. We have like 2 more wars or something like that, and then like 1 or 2 Humpty Dumpty missions, and then maybe a couple other like side games that we could play as well until we actually, basically 100% the main campaign, which will be pretty fun. But like I said, that should be all done in just 1 final episode. Look forward to that here sometime soon. I really want to finish it up, just because I don't want to have that loose end here on the channel of those last couple levels of Rock of Ages 3. So I definitely want to finish that up. Look forward to that here on the channel in the coming weeks. And another thing that we're really close to finishing, the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon. If you guys are following that series, you know that we've already gone from the OCI to the HIA to Chem Lab, and now we're in the synthesis and manufactory area, which is like the final area where we're actually going to find the you-know-what if you're watching that series. So it really does feel like we're like on the tail end of that series. I said it last time, I think, where I was like, oh man, we're about to go to Chem Lab or something like that, right? Or maybe HIA at the time, I forget. But now, like, genuinely, I think there's only going to be like a couple episodes left, you know, like 1 or 2. Like, I haven't recorded the episodes yet, so I don't know if it actually is ending, like maybe next episode or maybe the episode after that, but I can just feel it. Knowing the story, knowing what's in the building, I just feel like there isn't really much left, especially because we've already, by this time, explored the entirety of the asteroid. So I really do feel like we're finishing up the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon really soon, which is great because I kind of wanted to time it with the release of Cyberpunk and Bugsnax. We're around that time right now, so if we could beat the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon relatively soon, we can move Bugsnax from a bonus series to a scheduled series. So that would be really fun. You guys can actually look forward to it on certain specific days instead of just, you know, when I have extra time to work on those videos. And speaking of Bugsnax, the final series update for this month, I started Bugsnax, and it's kind of a weird sleeper hit. Like, when I mentioned it last month, I had maybe a couple comments mention it because, you know, I showed the trailer and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play it next month. It didn't really seem like there was much interest in it just because, you know, it looked like such a weird game. I guess it didn't capture many people's interest, but when I played the game and I uploaded it and you guys watched it, something caught on. I don't know what it is. It happened to me too. Like, I play the game and I guess I'm hooked, I guess I could call it. I'm hooked on the game. A lot of you guys seem to be hooked on it as well. You guys are asking for more and more episodes. This channel update actually got delayed because so many of you guys were saying, hey, can you upload more Bugsnax? I want to see more Bugsnax. So I was like, you know what? I was going to upload the channel update, like, I was actually going to upload on Thursday, to be quite honest. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Bugsnax comes out on Thursday. And then I had to push it back because I wanted to start up Bugsnax the day it came out. And then, of course, Friday, we have to double upload. And then I was like, okay, we're going to upload the channel update on Saturday. But so many comments on that Thursday episode 1 of Bugsnax were saying, hey, upload more Bugsnax. I want to see more Bugsnax. And then I was just like, you know what? I'll just upload more Bugsnax this weekend and we'll do the channel update on Monday. So that's kind of what happened. It's kind of like a weird sleeper hit here on the channel, like I said, where I wasn't really expecting it, especially with the response from last month's channel update. But when it did come out, so many of you guys got hooked on it, including myself, like I said. So this game, if you guys don't know, I still recommend you guys just watch the video. Even in the intro, I didn't know how to introduce it for episode 1. You just have to see it for yourself to believe it. But some people were kind of comparing it to Pokemon. I don't really think it is because there's like no battling or anything like that. I guess they're saying that because there's, you know, there's weird creatures that you can catch. But it's got this weird mystery going on the island as well with all these like disappearances, and we have to find everyone and kind of bring them back to town and stuff and interview them because we're like journalists and we crashed on the island. You guys, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you just need to watch episode 1 and maybe episode 2 and then 3, and then you'll still be confused. But you really do just need to see it for yourself. Bugsnax is a weird, strange, wacky game, but something about it has me hooked, and it has so many other people hooked as well. So I'm looking forward to playing more Bugsnax here in the near future. Like I said earlier, it currently has just a bonus series when I have extra time to play it. But maybe here in a week or 2, it will actually be a scheduled series that'll probably end up going up on Tuesdays and Fridays, where the Peril on Gorgon, the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon currently is. Probably going to take that slot, to be quite honest, once that ends. But for right now, it's just going to be a bonus series to be uploaded whenever I have extra time to play it. And that's going to be it for all of our series updates for this month. Now we can move on to the future series. And our only future series for this month isn't really anything new, it's just that, well, Cyberpunk 2077, we mentioned it last month, I showed the trailer and everything. I was like, okay, I think it's safe to finally mention Cyberpunk 2077 coming out because of how many times it's been delayed. It really does feel like it's going to coincide with a new console releases on like November 19th. But no, it got delayed by like 3 more weeks. It comes out on December 10th. As of me making this video, it may be delayed again by the time next channel update comes out or something like that. I don't know, but just letting you guys know, Cyberpunk 2077 delayed until December 10th. So if you guys were looking forward to that here on the channel later on this week, unfortunately, it's not going to be happening because it got delayed again, so that sucks. But I guess I'll mention it during this segment here to kind of fill in the gap of Cyberpunk. I did get a lot of comments from you guys saying, hey, why don't you go back and play Totally Accurate Battle Simulator? Because it has the new campaign and the new units and all that stuff. I think I even mentioned it last month as well. So that's what I'll probably end up doing. Whenever we actually have some extra time, you know, when Bugsnax moves to the upload schedule, you know, after we beat the Outer World and we have a little bit more space opened up on the upload schedule, I think that's going to be a great opportunity for me to start Totally Accurate Battle Simulator right back up. We can play the new Legacy campaign faction, and I still need to make a video on the secret units for my second channel, Waffleverse. There is a lot for me to catch up on with Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, so I don't know, maybe this Cyberpunk delay was a little bit of a blessing in disguise if you guys are a fan of the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator series here on the channel. So definitely look forward to that here in the coming weeks. But anyways, that's going to be it for the channel update for November of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you guys did, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you guys want more of these awesome videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That'll put my latest videos on YouTube homepage as soon as they come out so you don't miss an episode, because I'll be uploading yet another channel update next month to keep you guys in the know with all the happenings here on the channel, especially if Cyberpunk gets delayed again. But until then, thank you guys all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys here next time. Oh, bye there.
Ah.